Is it too little, too late? Here comes Zekrom. It's going to go for Icy Wind. Down goes Lugia. Zekrom and Reshiram are the finalists. Welcome back to MetroMania, the 16-team Pokemon Metronome-only double battle tournament. We have battled long and hard to get to the end of Season 10, but look at it. Here we are. It's the finals today, and we've got two big, bruisey teams that have stormed their way through the competition to get to this point. So let's crown our champions today, as we've got Solgaleo and Lunala taking on Zekrom and Reshiram. So here we go, the MetroMania Season 10 finals are underway. We've got Zekrom and Reshiram versus Solgaleo and Lunala. These two teams of Pokemon have absolutely dominated the competition to get here. And honestly, I am so ready and waiting for this battle. It's been a long time coming, but here we go. Everybody's ready to go. Lunala is going to start off proceedings. What's the first move of the final going to be? It's Shadow Ball. Same type attack bonus from Lunala onto Reshiram with a chance to lower special defense. Big damage there to Reshiram Solve, and the special defense drop from the get-go. Great play by Lunala. Now it's over to its partner Pokemon Solgaleo to follow up with Astonish, which is Astonish is ghost type, right? I get confused with Astonish, and there's a dark type one that's very similar. Can't remember what it is right now, but I'm sure you'll tell me in the comments. A little bit of chip damage there to Zekrom. Zekrom flinches, and Reshiram uses a waste of a move in Swallow when nothing has been stockpiled. So a bad start for the Zekrom and Reshiram team here. Solgaleo and Lunala starting off strong. Solgaleo starts the next turn with Brick Break, which is going to land on Zekrom for another bit of chip damage. Zekrom not looking too fresh right now. And now we're over to Lunala with the follow-up, who's going to go for Healing Wish. That is going to fail in this Metronome battle. And now it's over to Zekrom to see if it can mount some kind of offense here. Goes for Mind Reader. Okay, it wants some supreme accuracy right there. So goes for the Mind Reader. Took aim at Lunala, so whatever it uses next turn is guaranteed to land, I believe. And now Reshiram is going to go for Hyper Voice. Doesn't affect Lunala and will be not very effective on Solgaleo. So Solgaleo just taking a little bit of tickle damage there. Not a great deal at all, but hey, at least it's some damage for the Reshiram and Zekrom team, who are really struggling to get out the gate so far. Here comes Lunala, though. What's it going to do at the start of this turn? It's going to go for Incinerate, which is going to be resisted by both these Pokemon. 4 times resisted by Reshiram there. As you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. We see that little chip damage as the Leopard Berries have burned up. Please turn on all notifications. You don't want to miss any of my videos on this channel. Here we see Nightshade, guaranteed 50 hit points of damage from Solgaleo onto Zekrom there. So a big chunk of Zekrom's HP goes away there, bringing it down to less than half its max HP. Looks to follow up, though, Zekrom with Misty Explosion. That's not going to be very effective on Solgaleo. Neutral damage to Lunala and to its partner Reshiram there. Not a good play at all. Reshiram now down to less than half its max HP in a very difficult position against two very strong opponents here in the form of Solgaleo and Lunala. So not much damage at all as we say goodbye to Zekrom for this round. Of course, this is best 2 out of 3. Recycle fails from Reshiram, another failed turn. So we need 2 victories from one of these teams in order to crown our champion. Let's see what Lunala does here. Lunala is going to go for Gyro Ball for some not very effective damage on Reshiram there. Just chipping away, though. Reshiram needs to be worried because chip damage from 2 Pokemon each turn kind of equates to a decent amount of damage. We see Confusion from Solgaleo with same type attack bonus behind it. Could potentially confuse Reshiram. Puts it in the danger zone and confuses it. This is a terrible round for Zekrom and Reshiram. They really have struggled to get going. Reshiram hits itself in confusion. It's at like 1 or 2 hit points right now. This is disastrous. This is not how you want to start the finals of Metromania. Solgaleo getting ready with the Metronome. It can do literally anything here. Goes for Grudge, just toying with Reshiram here. It knows that Solgaleo itself or Lunala can deal with Reshiram in just a single tiny hit. Any hit will do. Lunala gets ready, goes for Gastro Acid to suppress the ability of Reshiram, but without dealing any damage. This is terrible. Reshiram is still confused, and it hits itself in confusion and knocks itself out. So it's round 1's over. Let's hear from our sponsors.
Well, this is awkward. For the final of this season of Metromania, I had this really cool G Fuel sponsor segment set out where it was going to be all fanfare and all pomp and all that, and it just didn't work out. Why didn't it work out, Liam? Because a couple of weeks after I recorded it, I may have done a clear out of my computer and deleted the raw footage. I guess I could have just re-recorded it, but really, I'm just here to quickly tell you that you can use code ACE to save money on G Fuel. I love G Fuel, I drink it every day. I reckon you'll enjoy it too. Get yourself some G Fuel. It's an energy formula with 0 sugar, barely any calories, and good lord, it makes me just so much more productive, so much more focused. This is the stuff, man. Use code ACE, get yourself some money off. This is the stuff. And for those wondering, it's Nemesis Tea. Always has to be Nemesis Tea, doesn't it? I mean, the other flavors are fantastic, but Nemesis Tea, my favorite drink. Code ACE, G Fuel, you know what to do. Thank you for supporting the channel. Enjoy the final.
And here we go with round 2. So Solgaleo and Lunala are leading. They need just one more victory and they have claimed the title of Season 10 Champions. But Reshiram and Zekrom are still here and they still have an opportunity to try and at least leave with their pride. I mean, obviously, if they fail this round, if they lose this round, it becomes 2-0 to Solgaleo and Lunala, then there'll be a third round where Reshiram and Zekrom can battle for their pride. Entrainment from Solgaleo is a very strange choice there, because now it's given full metal body to Reshiram, which means Reshiram's stats now can't be lowered by Solgaleo or Lunala. Although Lunala has gone full evil, gone for Torment on Zekrom, which means that Zekrom can use Metronome every other turn, but every other turn it's gonna have to struggle, which is detrimental, as we've seen in previous series of Metromania. We see Smart Strike from Reshiram, guaranteed hit, and of course removes the Shadow Shield from Lunala because it's not at full HP now. Acupressure from Zekrom, gonna raise the stats. Which stats of Reshiram there? Gonna raise Reshiram's attack stat by 2 stages. This is dangerous. Reshiram and Zekrom really doing well out of the gate this time compared to the previous round where they really were fumbling. Now Solgaleo is gonna go for Darkest Lariat, which of course ignores any stat changes, although there haven't been any stat changes right now, for a big chunk of damage to Zekrom. Did I just get a notification? Good lord, why are people giving me notifications right now? Here we see Dual Chop avoided by Reshiram there from Lunala, so Lunala missing a great opportunity to get some super effective damage. We see Bite from Reshiram, which will be super effective, 4 times effective on Lunala, and Lunala's gone. Ghost type moves and dark type moves like Bite, critical hit there, are Lunala's kryptonite. It has 2 weaknesses and both of them are 4 times weaknesses. Here's a struggle from Zekrom, doing a bit of chip damage there, but 25% recoil damage onto Zekrom there. But Solgaleo in a very difficult position here after Lunala was just absolutely destroyed by Reshiram. What is Solgaleo going to do in response? It needs to take one of these Pokemon out. Goes for Gyro Ball. That's not going to be very effective on either of these Pokemon. So a bit of chip damage there to Zekrom does bring it down to less than half its max HP. But of course, this is the turn where Zekrom's Torment allows it to use Metronome. So it's going to go for Roost and restore 50% of its max HP back up. My word, what a fantastic play by Zekrom, meaning that until the Torment wears off, it can now survive a bit more of that recoil damage that it'll be inflicting on itself. Here's Reshiram with Final Gambit, which I believe is going to be not very effective on Solgaleo there, but big damage takes Reshiram out of the competition though. Down goes Reshiram, it has fainted, but Solgaleo is in the danger zone right now, up against Zekrom, who's looking very, very healthy now. Even a struggle for Zekrom might do some decent damage to Solgaleo. We see Astonish from Solgaleo here onto Zekrom for a tiny bit of chip damage there. Zekrom is going to struggle though. And is it enough to feint Solgaleo? It is! So round 2, Zekrom and Reshiram have equalized. They are still in this competition. We are going to a third round. Whoever wins this round is going to be your Metromania Season 10 champions. We see Zekrom's Terror Bolt and Reshiram's Turbo Blaze taking effect, although not great. Actually, do you know what? Do they work against full... I guess they do work against Full Metal Body and Shadow Shield, although I'm not sure. Maybe Full Metal Body and Shadow Shield are those two that ignore things like Turbo Blaze. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments how it all works. Here's Crunch from Lunala, though, to start things off on Reshiram there for a big chunk of damage. Does not get the defense drop, though. And now Solgaleo looks to follow up with Calm Mind. Going to increase its special attack and its special defense. And remember, with Full Metal Body, its stats can't be lowered. So Solgaleo sitting pretty with increased special attack and increased special defense. Over to the opposing team, Reshiram is geared up ready to go. Gonna go for Swift, which doesn't affect Lunala and is not very effective against Solgaleo, so not the bestest of starts there. Just a little tiny bit of chip damage on Solgaleo, and now Zekrom is looking for the follow-up. What will it do? Zekrom's going to go for Trop Kick, which is the signature move of Sarina, breaking that Shadow Shield on Lunala and dropping its attack by 1 stage. So all in all, not a bad play there, as it was neutral damage and, you know, did a decent little chunk of chip damage there. Now it's over to Solgaleo. Remember, it does have +1 special attack here. Going to go for Laser Focus, looking to guarantee a critical hit on the opponents. This could be very, very dangerous, depending on what move Solgaleo uses next turn. Here comes Lunala, though, who's going to go for Sheer Cold, trying to land it on Zekrom, but it does not land. Zekrom still staying in this competition. Curse that 30% accuracy. Here's Gastro Acid from Reshiram, going to suppress the Full Metal Body ability of Solgaleo. So now Solgaleo's stats can be lowered. And now we see Zekrom. Will it follow up with something that lowers the stats? It's going to go for Bite, which we saw take Lunala out of the competition in the previous round. Massive damage, but not a crit this time, so doesn't quite take down Lunala. But Lunala has been suffering against Bites in this battle, sitting in the danger zone at 21 hit points. What will Lunala do? Its time on this battlefield is limited. Going to go for Lash Out, which is going to land on Reshiram here. How much damage will it deal? Barely any. That is tragic damage there. And now we see Solgaleo looking to follow up with Circle Throw. Let's see how much damage Circle Throw does to Zekrom. Does a decent chunk there. Critical, it lands on the... Oh, what happened to me there? Buffered a little bit. Critical hit lands on Zekrom. And here's Stuffed Cheeks from Reshiram. So it's going to eat its Leper Berry, which I believe increases its defense with the Stuffed Cheeks there. So its defense goes up by 2 stages and restores PP to its... you know, to whatever, to Metronome. Of course, it's its only move. Here we see Light Screen from Zekrom protecting the team against special attacks, which of course is going to be a good counter to that special attack increase that Solgaleo has had. That was a fantastic turn for the Zekrom and Reshiram team right there. Solgaleo, what has it got on its mind here? It needs to do something. It's going to go for Withdraw and increase its defense stat. I would arguably be going on the offense right now, because Lunala is still sitting in the danger zone unless it can do something to restore its HP. Or maybe, who knows, maybe Reshiram or Zekrom will be a bit nice. Guard Split from Lunala, though. Great play there onto Zekrom. Sharing its guard with the target. We love a good guard share, don't we? And here comes Reshiram. What's Reshiram going to do here? Going to go for Cross Chop, avoided by Solgaleo. Solgaleo lives to fight another day. We see Zekrom following up with Mega Kick, but that is avoided as well by Solgaleo. Solgaleo getting very lucky at that turn. Solgaleo and Lunala still in this competition. This still could go either way. Solgaleo's getting itself ready. Must be raging right now. Goes for Fire Pledge. That's not going to be very effective on Zekrom there. Not a great deal of damage done at all. Very wasted turn there, really, by Solgaleo. Now Lunala, what's on its mind? It's going to go for Dig, which is a great play right there. Hide underground, guaranteed super effective hit on one of these opponents because they're both weak to ground. What's Reshiram going to do here? Reshiram's going to go for Final Gambit once again, like it did in the previous round. That seems to be the signature move of Reshiram here. Not a great deal of damage done, though, to Solgaleo. That's probably a testament to that defense increase. But now, it's just Zekrom versus Solgaleo and Lunala, so Zekrom needs to do something quick. Going to go for Fire Fang, avoided by Lunala. We know Lunala's going to come back with a super effective Dig on the next turn. What's Solgaleo going to do to try and mount some damage, mount some offense there? It's going to go for Hold Back, so it's not going to deal a great deal of damage there. It's basically like False Swipe. Not much damage done at all, but we know Lunala's going to use Dig. That's super effective on Zekrom. Not as much damage, though. I believe Lunala earlier had the Trop Kick, didn't it? So its attack has been reduced by 1 stage. And here we see Zekrom going for Earthquake, which is going to be super effective on Solgaleo. How much damage will it deal to both these Pokemon, though? Lunala's down. Solgaleo just survives, but it's in the danger zone right now, so this is looking very, very scary for Solgaleo. Zekrom has switched itself into the driver's seat right now. It did have a disadvantage, but now it's one-on-one. Solgaleo versus Zekrom. One of these teams is basically going to be crowned the winner of Metromania. Solgaleo uses Trick Room, which means Zekrom's going to move this turn now, but also will move first next turn because it's a slower Pokemon, so that's a bad play right there. Zekrom goes for Mist Ball. How much damage is Mist Ball going to do? I believe it's 4 times resisted by Solgaleo, if I remember correctly. Not very effective. Light Screen wears off for Zekrom, so now that special attack increase that Solgaleo has is going to pay dividends, but Zekrom gets to move first this turn because of the Trick Room. So Zekrom's going to go for Thunderbolt, and how much damage is Thunderbolt going to do? It's same type attack bonus. Let's see it. Down goes Solgaleo, and your champions for Season 10 are Reshiram and Zekrom. Congratulations to our Season 10 champions. What a fantastic final that was. It really could have gone either way, and it went the way of Zekrom and Reshiram. I really hope you've enjoyed this season because I've absolutely loved it. It's been fantastic. Get ready for next season, which starts next week.
So thank you for watching yet another season of MetroMania. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. Share this video with a friend. Come and hang out at twitch.tv/AceTrainerLiam for my live streams. And of course, use code ACE to save money on G Fuel. But of course, until next week, where next season begins, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.